Hey Robins, I hope everyone is doing well. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about sex in Second Life. I also want to give a special thank you to my sponsors for providing the items to help make this space relaxing and inviting. Information about the products used in this space will be credited on my website. Being intimate with someone in Second Life is a part of a fantasy, a sexual desire that we have as human beings to connect with another person. I know a lot of times when people think about online sex, their mind goes to that 40-year-old guy that lives in their mother's basement and is playing online games just to hook up. But that may not be the case for most of us. I totally understand that sometimes online intimacy at that level may not be for all of us, but there are a few of us that do partake into adult role play in Second Life. When I first started Second Life, I had no idea that you could actually have sex in Second Life. My first avatar, which was the system avatar, had pink stickers on my private parts, which was kind of hilarious thinking about it now. And once I got my first skin, it blew my mind that I had female parts. I had a vagina and I had nipples, and it was, wow, okay, so we're getting somewhere. Even though it was only 2D at the time, it was still exciting for me to see coming from the other platforms where I had to purchase adult passes to see this type of things. So again, once you start Second Life, there is no book or guide that says this is what you do or what to expect for your first sexual encounter. So everything that I've experienced, it has been test and trial. A lot of fails, but testing is a good thing. So there is a term in Second Life called primming. Primming started out in the earlier days of Second Life. A prim is a part of the creating tool in Second Life where you can take and manipulate to make into different objects. Adult content creators would make attachments for the avatar that were made out of prim. And once these attachments that were on your avatar and another avatar collided, so arrived the term primming. I will not take credit for that. I did not create that word. My first experience in Second Life sexually was horrible. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, it was amazing, there was roses everywhere. It was horrible. There wasn't a wide variety of adult beds back then, and the beds that we did have, you had to summon the pose balls to come out of the bed to get on the pose ball so that it would animate you. Now keep in mind, I'm still very new to this side of role playing in Second Life, and the pose balls normally are pink and blue, which makes it easy for you to understand which ball is your ball. However, these pose balls were black and white. So I decided to sit on the black pose ball. Hey, what can that do? You know, it's not gonna hurt anyone. Oh, how wrong was I? Well, just let's say we immediately stood up and switched pose balls. So a few minutes into us being animated, we start removing our clothing. And there was nothing on his side. He had forgotten to put on his attachments. So I'm saying to myself, okay, I'm not gonna judge because I don't have any attachments. I'm pretty new, so I'm not gonna judge. But I was wrong. He did attach his parts. It was just too big. It was the most unrealistic thing that I've ever seen in my life, and it was not a turn on at all. Needless to say, it didn't end well, and that was my first time. But I didn't give up. I still had hope. I went out and I purchased my first sets of attachments, and I tried again. In the earlier days, these attachments were attachments that you had to click that would send a message to you and your partner in local that would help with adult role play. So I tried again, and it was just click, 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 done. It was the most boringest thing that I've ever done in my life, and I had lost all hope on having sex virtually in Second Life. But then it happened. I discovered emoting. There are 3 levels to adult roleplay in Second Life, and those 3 are the ones that I know of. If there are any more, please let me know in the comment sections down below. The first level would be emoting. /me space. Emoting is the exchange of one's fantasy through text. Writing your feelings or your desire that convenes with the action of intercourse. Really, to me, it gets you thinking and also connecting with that person on a much deeper level. The second level to me would be voice sex. Voice sex is the use of Second Life voice or the exchange of numbers to share in a verbal interaction. I think this level is where a discussion should be had. As far as boundaries, this can be seen as a window into someone's real life, and this is something that some of us do not wish to cross. So have that discussion and be in agreement as far as if this is something that you both want. And then there's the third level, which is camera sex. Camera or cam sex is the sharing of what happens behind the screen beyond the virtual space of Second Life. Some people get a thrill from sharing themselves with another that's beyond fantasy. When we are choosing a sexual partner in Second Life, it is not necessarily for us to be in love, but make sure that this person, this individual, respects you, respects your wishes, respects your boundaries. There are many risks to having Second Life sex, as there would have risks in real life. We are, after all, real life people behind the avatars. You know, you have sex shamers, and you have, if you are into adult roleplay HUDs, you can also catch a venereal disease. There's also the risk of having a real life significant other and connecting with someone else virtually. That's a risk that may eventually dissolve your real life relationship or vice versa. So there are different risks to adult role-playing in Second Life. With all that being said, this is your Second Life, and if adult role-play is a part of it, do not be ashamed of that. Do not be ashamed of who you decide to be. Don't let someone else's opinion about adult role-play sway you from doing the things that you wish to do. Some of us log in to be supermodels or moms or own a business, and some of us log in to connect with others. Sexually or not, these choices are yours. If you are looking for adult attachments or adult RP HUDs, which there are many on the marketplace currently, and which can be totally confusing for someone who is new to adult RP, I have listed a few that are up to date on my website that I hope can be helpful. All items used in this recording will be credited on my website that will be linked in the description below. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon for future notifications of my posting. And if you like this video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Thank you guys so much for chatting with me. So until next time, bye!